it's Chloe and we're back with another video. This is Married at First Sight, season 16, episode 11. And you guys, let's just be honest, I'm over this season and I'm over these people. Like, they are getting on my last nerve, okay? I did say that I wasn't going to do a full review, but I am going to do a full review, but it won't be like as detailed as normal because baby, they wasn't giving nothing to be detailed about, okay? So with that being said, if this is your first time here, go ahead, sit back, relax, and watch the video on through. And if you like what you see and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you are one of my lovely subscribers or members, hey y'all, how y'all doing? So let's go ahead and just get into it. So as we know, the couples are now entering their 1 month anniversary. They've been married officially for 1 month, and now it's time to celebrate all the hurdles that they've overcome, okay? So Kirsten goes to meet up with her friend at the nail salon, and I need to go, y'all. Look at this. Just ghetto, just ghetto, okay? And she's telling her friend that, you know, she really needs for Shaq to give her some TLC, some tender loving care, okay? And I'm sitting here like, girl, here you go. But after she says all of that, she does admit to the fact that, you know, it's taken her a while to open up to him. So I'm like, what you expect for him to do if it's going to take you a long time to open up? Girl, like, y'all only got 4 more weeks at this point, okay? Her friend is sitting there like, well, I'm kind of surprised because on a wedding day, he was like all over you. She feels as though Shaq feels a certain way because she wasn't initially attracted to him. And since they moved past that and the attraction has started to grow, that now it's just time to build that deeper connection. She said she just want him to walk in and give her a hug and a kiss instead of just saying, hey. Kirsten said, we both can't have our walls up. Oh, okay, I got it. Good. So as long as your walls are up and his are down, we're great? No, Kirsten, this isn't how it works, sis. Sorry to tell you, but it's not all about you. I honestly think at this point, Shaq is just trying to protect his feelings because he realized that she's not all in the way he is. That's just how I feel about it. So now Nicole's dad come over, of course, to bring the dogs and to check on Chris to make sure that he's being a good man, okay? You know, bring that big D energy that Chris don't seem to have, okay? So they go outside and they start talking, and the father was like, so how do you feel married? And after Chris is telling him that he finds himself making changes, you know, around Nicole, the father's like, listen, if you keep taking steps back, she's going to keep taking steps forward, and before you know it, you're going to lose your identity, okay? Because Nicole will take over. And before you know it, you just going to be a doormat, basically. He said that, you know, Chris needs some big D energy. He needs to be an alpha male. But not like beat his chest in that sense, but like, you know, like just be assertive enough. And I just keep sitting here like, y'all keep playing with Chris if y'all want to. Y'all keep thinking Chris is this weak old man, okay? That man is a manipulator. But hey, that ain't none of my business. I'll let y'all think whatever y'all want till y'all see how this really start playing out. But anyway, let's keep going. So Aries goes to the bar to talk to his friend. And y'all know what they talked about? Sex. Because what else they got to talk about? Nothing. Okay? Aries makes it very clear that she's waiting on him to have sex because he's not attracted to her. Then his friends was like, so what do you need from her? Like, what do you need? And he's like, I mean, I just need a vibe. I just need a vibe. Like, you know how you just meet a girl that may not be your type, okay? But she's like swagged out or like dresses crazy. She has a sneaker collection or something. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out how old is Aries. Because ain't no way in the world this grown, almost 40-year-old man is sitting here talking about something. We just need a vibe. She got to have some swag. Okay. I don't know what you can't make this up. You just can't make this up because Aries, what, sir? A vibe? Okay, cool. If that's what you insist on, or some swag as you may call it. But I do appreciate how his friend asked him, what do he plan to do? Okay, because Jasmine done did all she could do. Aries, it's time for you to step up. Like, you can't build a connection if you're focusing on the negatives, okay? Maybe she isn't everything that you wanted her to be, but you don't even know the different sides of her because you won't give it a chance because you're so stuck on the fact that she don't have a big booty. If you wanted someone to have a big booty, then go pick your own girlfriend and don't come on Married at First Sight expecting them to give you what you're looking for. We all know that Married at First Sight does not give you what you're looking for. But ultimately, his plan is to just go out and date so that they can just, you know, vibe. Good, Aries. Good for you. I'm glad you figured it out. I'm glad that's your plan. I'm glad you got a good plan in place. Right. So Nicole, Chris, Clint, and Gina go on a redneck bus tour. And y'all, I was uncomfortable watching it. Don't really know what was going on. Something about cooters that can be eating. But cooters aren't vaginas. That's what they call beavers. Child, I don't know. I don't know. And I don't want to find out, okay? I just don't want to. I felt like it was low-key a little bit racist, but hey, that's just me. They do go to this bar and they sit down and they having like shots of moonshine or whatnot. They ask the bartender for advice about marriage because like, why not ask the bartender? That's what they there for, right? The bartender says honesty. Honesty is the key to everything. And they was like, I think we've been over honest. The one thing I can say about these two couples is that they definitely have been honest with each other through the good and the bad. Whether it was going to hurt somebody's feelings or not, I think they have a very clear understanding what they think of each other. So I'll give them that. We get on the topic of changing your last name. Y'all, I'm going to stay out of it. I'm gonna stay out of it. I ain't got no comments because I already told y'all I feel like it's a lot of work. It just is. Like, I'm with Nicole on this. By the time you gotta go change your social security, you gotta go to the DMV, you gotta change your insurance, it's a lot of things you gotta change. It just is. Okay, but Clint definitely wants Hank to take his last name, the dog. And I'm like, oh, that's so cute. We gotta get Clint some babies because that man definitely wants some children. So Gina, if y'all gonna stay together, girl, I hope you're ready to pop out at least 1 or 2. And I think Clint would be a wonderful dad, especially with the way he talked about the girl he got pregnant and, you know, she miscarried. I think he would be a great dad. So any woman who marries him and have children, they ain't got to worry about that. So come on, Gina. Get it together, sis. Get it together. So, of course, we having dates for our 1-month anniversary, and Aries thinks it's a good idea to take Jasmine to a rage room because that's romantic, because that's going to catch a vibe. Child, I don't understand. Like, I'm trying to make it all make sense, but it's not, okay? They go in there. He's like, you got anything you want to get off your chest? Anything you want to let out? You can scream. It's a safe space. She's like, you got anything? Oh, just the world. Just the world. Aries, this was not thought out for her at all. This was literally about you want to get your frustrations out on the world. I just feel so bad for Jasmine because she deserves so much better. When she was in that confessional just talking about how like her idea or her image of marriage is kind of like ruined because of Aries, it just sucks because it don't have to be this way. He has no qualities that fit husband. He doesn't even have qualities that fits boyfriends. His thoughtfulness is completely gone. If it's not about him, it doesn't matter. Forgets how she feel because all he's worried about the fact is that he's not physically attracted to her. So much so that he won't even take the opportunity to really get to know her. Shaking my head. Literally. Shaking it. Child. But anyway, not much to see there. Let's keep going. But I will tell you who has a good sense of romance, okay? Chris. Because Chris got his little toy helicopter. And he's like, Nicole, come out. Nicole comes out. And he's playing with the little helicopter. And he goes over the little letter. And the letter says, let's take this to the next level. And she was like, what? Playing with toys? He was like, no, we going on a helicopter ride. And I was like, come on, Chris. Come on, Chris, with the helicopter ride. I'm here for all of that. Every last bit of that, okay? I want to go on one. And Shaq did a great job with his too. Because he took Kirsten to the skating rink because she said that she loves to skate. And I think this means that he's listening. Because this was thoughtful and it was something that he really wanted to do with her and for her. And I'm not going to hold you. They looked like they had a good time. But baby, it was the helmets and the knee pads and the armpit and the elbow pads and all that for me. Because I was like, don't nobody put all that on when they go skating. Do you know how many limbs and knees and backs I done broke trying to skate? Child, I'm still recovering. Still recovering. I think I got this permanent pain right here from that time I fell. I should have had on some daggone helmets and knee pads. Shoot. But anyway, Kirsten can skate, y'all. They definitely had a vibe, okay? The chemistry is there. But when they sit down and talk, I'm just like, ooh, they about to ruin it, baby. They definitely about to ruin it. He asked her what she was looking forward to, and she said, I'm looking forward to spending more time with you, like just like the rest of our lives, okay? I said, oh, child, Kirsten's a good actress. He said he want to really get to know her, like all parts of her. Who is Kirsten, the best friend? Who is Kirsten, the daughter? Like, who is Kirsten overall? She says that she wants to bring him around her family and everything, but she doesn't feel like, he's looking past decision day. And I mean, I get it because, like, sis, we got to get to decision day. Like, unfortunately, there is a point that we have to get to decide whether or not we're going to stay married or not. And if you're not doing the work now, why would I stay with you and expect for you to do the work later? Kirsten, come on, girl, get it together. Because, like, we are at the point where we only got 4 weeks left. And if you keep going at this speed you're going at, he's going to say no on decision day. And whose fault is it going to be? It's going to be yours. She told him that she feels like, she wants him to give her a little bit more attention because when they're in the house together, it's not intentional. And I mean, at first I was sitting here thinking about it and I was like, I get it. I get it because she's probably in the house together and they're probably just like, together but not really like interacting with each other. But he feels like they do spend enough time together. They are like, interacting intentionally. And then I thought about it for a second because I started to feel like, maybe Kirsten has a point. Then I thought about the day when she set up the spy date for him and, he opened up to her. And then when it was her turn, she all of a sudden didn't have anything to say. And I'm just thinking maybe they have 2 different love languages because I feel like she wants him to keep opening up to her, which I totally understand. But girl, when are you going to start to express some of you to him? And I know, like, I felt like she was trying to create the environment to let him know that she's opening up to him. But you still have to put in some of that deep dive too. You can't expect for him to keep trying to pull stuff out of you when you're not giving him anything to work with. That was the perfect time you were sitting there with a mask over your eyes to really just be vulnerable. You're showing him that you don't trust him. And as long as he feels like you don't trust him, he's going to start to pull back because now he's giving you too much of himself and got nothing in return. But it was something that she said that stuck out to me. And it was the fact that she said she doesn't feel like she can't completely commit to him until she knows that he will commit to her even past decision day. But that's not how this works, Kirsten. It's just not how it works. Of course, we want long term. That is the goal. But there is a stop before we get there. And we got to get to that stop. And it's not looking good for y'all right now. Just saying. Just saying. Meanwhile, Gina and Clint go hiking. Y'all, I'm loving them. I'm loving them. I hate to say it, but I am, okay? Because Clint's a good time. They go hiking. They go in the waterfalls. They're having a good old time. Gina is sitting here like, you know what? I'm just starting to notice all the things that I like about Clint. And she's starting to feel hopeful. And I'm just sitting here like, come on, y'all. Pull through. Y'all can do it. I can't at this point. Y'all, please tell me where this can go wrong with Clint and Gina. Because I don't see how we end up later on down the line with Clint kissing Dominique with the way Clint and Gina are going right now. They're giving me everything that I think Married at First Sight should give you. A little bit of drama and a lot of hope and some love, baby. And I'm here for it. Aries takes Jasmine. Well, I'm not going to say Aries took Jasmine anywhere because Married at First Sight probably set this up, okay? But they go out to a little, like, I guess, romantic dinner. And they're sitting down, they're looking through the wedding album, and they're going over their vows. And I love, love, love how Jasmine called him out on his vows about putting in effort every day because he has not been doing it. He says that he's still in shock. Because everything happened so fast. Like, we got married, went on a honeymoon, moved in together. Like, I knew this was going to be, like, a lot. But, baby, it's a lot. No, stop lying. You're not in shock. You're more in shock that she doesn't have a fast. Let's just keep it real. Because if she did, you will be all over her like white on rice. But, hey, what do I know? He says that the marriage hasn't gone how he expected it. But he really hopes that they could find a connection. Sure you do. Child, Aries is waiting for a decision day. He's over it. It's obvious. You can tell. And I will be lying if I say that, I don't like Jasmine's little shady comments. Because, baby, when they was going through that book, and he was like, you look so happy. She was like, I sure did. I looked real happy then. Real happy then. I said, get them together, girl. Real subtle. Real ladylike. Child, She's so shady, but I love it. I do. I just want her to really just step up to Aries, though. I feel like don't be so subtle with him. Really come out and tell him how you feel. Maybe that'll turn him on, because you know some people like toxic, and I feel like Aries is one of those people. Curse him out real good. Tell him off real good and watch he get turned on. I bet you he will. Bet you. Nicole and Chris go on a helicopter ride. Cute, so adorable. Not gonna spend much time on it. Not much happened in there. Y'all saw it. Y'all got the picture. It was cute. Loved it for them. Moving on. So Gina's setting up the apartment in a Jamaican theme, and it's a lot. I'm like, y'all really be doing all of this? Okay, he came in with the oxtails and the food, y'all. And y'all know I love me some oxtails. That remind me, I said I was gonna get some today so my husband could make them, okay? Because them oxtails definitely made me want some. They were sitting down talking, and I will say that Gina and Clint really have grown on me so much. The conversation that they was having was so cute, okay? It was cute because they were like complimenting each other. They were having basic regular conversation, making jokes about if they were in an apocalypse, would they eat the dog or would they let the dog eat them. I just felt like it was innocent. It was fun. It wasn't so intense, and it wasn't deep. It's like they were really just enjoying being around each other and having basic conversation that married people have on a day-to-day basis that does not entail always about how do you feel about me. And I was here for it. He complimented her on, her ambition and how she strives for, the best in things. She complimented him on how he's just so fun, he's a good time, and how he's just so committed. And I just was like, look at this. Y'all, please tell me how this go wrong. Where does this go wrong? I bet you it's Gina. It gotta be Gina. So Aries and Jasmine are sitting down having their romantic dinner that didn't turn out too romantic, because Aries decided that he was going to tell her that he wants to wait to have sex till decision day, because he's tired of people asking, when are you guys gonna have sex? When are you guys gonna have sex? And he doesn't want her to think about, maybe today's the day. Because that's the only thing that could possibly be on Jasmine's mind, is for him to be blowing her back out. Aries, you are full of ish, and you need to go home. And I am so sick and tired of you, because how are you 40 years old, and every time we see you in every scene, the only thing you want to talk about and bring up is sex. She's like, you do know that being intimate doesn't always mean sex, right? I don't think he knew that, Jasmine. Just saying. Don't think he knew it. Not even a little bit. But anyway, they make a commitment, okay, to not have sex until after decision day. Baby, y'all not having sex, because on decision day, it's going to be a no. So let's just hang it up right now. One thing I will say is that I respect the fact that he's not going to have sex with her, because he feels like if he has sex with her, she's going to be super attached. And he doesn't want his wife to actually be attached to him, because he has no intentions in staying with her. Yeah, that's what's happening here. She says, I'm committed to making this work and doing what I got to do, but I can't do it by myself, Aries. Sorry, Jasmine, you're on this ship alone. And it's sinking, unfortunately. Chris and Nicole are watching their wedding footage, and she's still upset at the way she looks. As you should, because you looked a mess. She did. I can't help it. She looked a mess. We talked about it plenty of times, okay? But Chris is getting annoyed with her because she's always tearing herself apart. Chris is getting there. Did you see the look on his face towards the end? He's just like, it's kind of getting annoying. And I was like, yeah, because that's Nicole. Annoying. But not too much to see there. Moving on. So now all the couples are going to dinner. And I'm happy that Clint's on the bus, because if it wasn't for Clint, I probably would have fell asleep, because these people have no personalities and they're so dry, okay? As they sit down, Nicole decides that she's going to take the lead of this dinner and ask all the questions, because, her marriage is perfect, okay? Nicole asks Clint and Gina, are you guys bonding? And they're like, yeah, we're bonding right now. Like, we have a lot of hope. And she's like, I'm just so happy for all the growth that you guys have had. Because I honestly, even though you didn't ask me, I honestly didn't think you guys was going to make it. Nicole, shut up. Just shut up, okay? But nonetheless, they're in a good place. So Nicole says she's great at reading body language. So, of course, Jasmine and Aries has to be having, like, the best relationship right now. And I'm sitting here like, the lie detector determined that that's a lie. You can't read body language, because Jasmine and Aries are sitting there looking like, we hate it here. Literally, y'all, that's the look on both of their faces. They look like they don't want to be there, and they look like they definitely don't want to be there with each other. Just saying, okay? But of course, daggone Jasmine has to bring up the fact that he's not attracted to her. So we're just waiting on Aries. Girl. I don't know how many times I have to tell you. Just stop saying it out loud. Just stop it. We all know it. We get it. Got it. Good. He basically has nothing to say, but he is curious. I almost forgot. How could I forget that Aries has to bring up, how is sex when you're married? Is it different than sex when you're not married? I'm going crazy. He's driving me crazy. Like, literally, I'm going crazy. Because Aries, why every scene? Is that all that you have to ask about? Sex is sex. So you can have good married sex and bad married sex. It's the same way you can have good single sex and bad single sex. It's just sex. It's all in how you feeling at the moment and all in how you feel towards that person in the moment. That's it. That's all. It's not complicated. It's not. So now it's time for Nicole to get all in Shaq and Kirsten's business, okay? Because she feels like everyone should be kissing. You guys kissing? Because I know you wasn't kissing, but are you kissing now? Child. I say, leave these people alone, Nicole. Shut up. Kirsten said she felt like it's a little bit of chemistry. Y'all, when she said that, Shaq's face looked like he wanted to choke her out. Like, what you mean? What you mean? He was staring at her. Then he said that, Nicole, like, how dare you ask this question? I said, ooh, it's going to be uncomfortable when we get home. Because he said, I feel like it is some attraction. So I don't know what she talking about. Baby, Nicole, mind your business and stop asking people questions. Because you're doing way too much. I mean, I understand that you have to do it because you have to lead the conversation. But Lifetime, let me just tell y'all, stop picking the most annoying person in the room to start asking all the questions. Because like we just sitting here like, Nicole, just shut up. Please, girl, just shut up. And I'm just trying to figure out, since when Nicole and Chris sitting at the head of the table like they the best couple in the whole entire world. Child, I just knew that at the end of this scene, she was going to be up there like, I just want to say, Chris, I love you. You know, at the dinner, somebody got to always come out and say, I love you. That's all I was waiting for, but it never happened. But I will tell you what did happen. Shaq and Kirsten getting into an argument when they got home. Because Shaq feels like Kirsten think that it's all about her. She was like, well, you never asked me how I'm feeling. And he was like, well, how are you feeling now? And she was like, I just feel like we need to spend a little bit more time together. Like, you need to, like, give me more hugs and stuff. And he was like, when I was doing all of that, you didn't want it. So what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to move on your time at your pace? And she's like, we're not going to get anywhere like this. Child, I'm over it. I don't know what to tell him. She wants him to move at her pace. He's been patient, and his patience has run thin. That's literally all that's happening. They really need to sit back and reset. Because what's happening is she wants the old Shaq back. And the old Shaq is gone. Dead and gone, okay? And that's all I got for y'all. That was the episode summed up. Pretty much, okay? That's all they gave me. That's all I could give you. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Go ahead, like this video, comment down below. Even if you don't have nothing to comment, drop me some yellow hearts. I need all the engagement, people. All the engagement. With all that being said, subscribe to the channel. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.